What's up, guys, and welcome back to another episode of It Better Taste Good. Again, I'm your host, Lartise, and today we're going to keep it 4th of July theme. I'm going to grill up some teriyaki glazed chicken breast for you. Going to make my comfort style potato salad, give you guys some honey bacon roasted Brussels sprouts, and some corn on the cob. It's time to get started on the potato salad. Now I'm going to go ahead and chop the potatoes in small pieces. That way when we put it in the boiling water, it cooks a little faster. Now remember to salt your water. I just cut 5 potatoes. That's going to give you a good portion for your potato salad. Now I'm going to go ahead and drop that in our boiling water, cook that for about 14 to 15 minutes or until it's nice and tender. So potatoes are ready. We're going to mix everything so we can get started with our potato salad. Let's start with our salt and pepper. We got a half a teaspoon of salt and pepper, tablespoon of white sugar, one-fourth cup of diced red pepper, one-fourth cup of diced green pepper, 1/4 cup of sweet relish, 1/4 cup of spicy brown mustard, and to top it off, we need 1 cup of mayo. Now that we've added all of those ingredients, we're gonna go ahead and mix that together and then see what we create with our potato salad. I have everything mixed and we're just gonna go ahead and garnish it with some parsley, fresh parsley, and I've taken about a half a tablespoon of paprika and just garnish it on top of there just like that. And there you have it. I'm gonna go ahead and put this in the refrigerator and let this cool down for about 15 to 20 minutes. Alright, so now we're about to get started with our honey bacon oven roasted Brussels sprouts. We're gonna go ahead and get the bacon into the oven. Alright, just like this here, you want about 6 to 7 slices on a cookie sheet. You can layer it with aluminum foil, put that in the oven. I have it preheated at 400 degrees. You want to cook it until about it's nice and crispy but not burnt, all right? We've already put the bacon in the oven. I'm gonna go ahead and cut the Brussels sprouts in half, straight down the middle. Make sure that you cut off the stem and you, of course, wash them. Just like that right there. Once you cut them in half, put them in a bowl, then we'll get into tossing them and all the ingredients. Cut the Brussels sprouts in half. We're gonna go ahead and take 2 tablespoons of olive oil and pour that over the Brussels sprouts in a bowl just like this right here. Make sure we get a nice coating and then just wanna toss that. Once we do that, season it with salt and pepper. Of course, I'm gonna take a couple of pinches and season it all over. Please do this to your liking, whatever you prefer. Once we put it on the baking sheet, we're gonna put it in the oven. We're gonna bake that. Again, the oven is still set at 400 degrees. Put that in the oven, cook it for about 15 minutes. Now the Brussels sprouts out of the oven, I'm gonna go ahead and get them glazed. We're gonna take 1 tablespoon of balsamic vinegar. Pour that over just like that. Then I'm gonna take 1 tablespoon of honey. Make sure we coat all of the Brussels sprouts. Take a wooden spoon, whatever spatula. Give that one nice little toss right here. Man, I want to dig into this just by looking at it. All right, and then the bacon that we chopped up that we cooked earlier, we're just gonna go ahead and sprinkle some of that on top of that. And And there you have it, guys. We got our honey bacon oven roasted Brussels sprouts. Man, how about that? And this is exactly how it should look, you guys. Got that nice color on there. Got our corn on the cob. Gonna go ahead and place that into some aluminum foil. That way we can get that in the oven. Make sure you have it to where none of the juices that we're gonna put from the seasoning all flows out, okay? All right, so we're gonna take 1 tablespoon of butter and just plop that on there just like that. I'm doing 2 corns here, so a tablespoon for each. I'm gonna take salt and pepper, 1/2 teaspoon, and just put that in there. 1/2 teaspoon of salt and pepper. Then we're gonna take 1/2 teaspoon of minced garlic. And put some fresh parsley in there as well. And we're just gonna close that pretty tight. We're gonna go ahead and place this in the oven, cook it for about 10 minutes, let all of those juices marinate up in there and get that corn all nice and buttery. Once that's done, we'll take it out of the oven. And there we have it, corn on the cob, roasted nice and good, ready to get in. Let's get started with our main course of this meal, which is our chicken breast. I've had that marinated in some teriyaki sauce. Now we're gonna add all of our dry ingredients to a bowl. Gonna start with brown sugar, tablespoon. Got a 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1/2 teaspoon of paprika, 1/2 teaspoon of cumin. Gonna add some parsley, fresh parsley, a tablespoon of that, and then salt and pepper. All right, I've gone ahead and mixed those two together, about 1/2 teaspoon of each of those. I went ahead and transferred all of the seasoning into a larger bowl. That way we can go ahead and coat both sides of this chicken properly. Make sure we're coating all of the chicken. We want to get all of that season. And don't be afraid to get in there with your hands. Make sure they're clean. All right. And then we'll just go ahead and put that right back on there. Once we've seasoned both of those, make sure that we take 1/2 teaspoon of oil, just enough to coat the bottom of this pan. Okay, now let's get this on the grill. Now I'm actually using a cast iron skillet to where it has the grill marks. That's just a particular look that I'm going for, but be clear, you can use any cast iron skillet that you choose, okay? So make sure you're rotating your chicken. If you're using the same skillet I'm using, press down to get those grill marks nice and even throughout. Again, 5 to 6 minutes on each side, maybe a little longer depending on the thickness of the chicken breast that you're using. All right, well here you have it, guys, our finished product. We got our teriyaki glazed chicken breast, our honey bacon roasted Brussels sprouts, corn on the cob, and potato salad. Look, it don't get no better than this. All right, you guys make sure you like my video, subscribe, leave me a comment below, let me know what you all want to see on the next video. Happy 4th of July.